Hey everybody, Comic Book Steve here again. This is my Boston ComicCon haul. This year I went on Friday for a couple hours shortly after it opened. I like the Fridays better because I can have an excuse to take a half day at work, and more importantly, the crowds are way thinner on Friday. Although this Friday was, I think, more busy than last year. So, but it hadn't sold out yet, so I'm afraid to see what it would do when it sold out. I'm terrified to see how crowded it would be on Saturday. I hate cons on a Saturday. Do not like being around all those groups of people. Yeah, so there were some good vendors there. At first, it seemed like there would be nothing to get, but I quickly found a bunch of dollar bins that were exciting. Some $5 bins, some 3 for $10 deals. Probably could have perused around a bit more, but we were hungry and hot and tired. It's really humid out here today, so we wanted to get out of there and start on the road home. But I did get a bunch of stuff. Got a decent stack of books, like so. Not as much as I got from New England Comics in the last video, but certainly a lot of books. Most of them are Spider-Man books, I'm not gonna lie. So let's get started. I got Amazing Spider-Man number 14. This was $1. I already have it, but it was a pain in the ass for me to find in the wild. So I got it on eBay. At the time, I think I paid 10 for it, 12, 8, something. More than $1. So I was excited and angry at myself when I saw it for $1. So I picked it up. Maybe I'll flip it. Maybe I'll just hold on to it. It's a lower print run. So there's that. This one got a lot of Amazing Spider-Man gaps filled up. Amazing 305. This was half off, so that was $4. Amazing 52. I already had that, but mine had some water damage, so I was glad to find another one. I think I paid 3 or 4 for that. New X-Men 31, first appearance of that arch enemy of X-23, I guess. This was $5. I was really excited to see this, even though I'm not like a huge X-Men fan. I do like the all-new Wolverine series. But I was slightly less excited when I took it out of the bag and realized that there's some dents and dings on it that I think if I saw it, wouldn't have bothered with it. But whatever, it is what it is. 5 is not too bad. The character who appears here for the first time, it's kind of like a cameo. It's like a one panel thing that I could find when I'm flipping through the book. So I don't know why a one panel cameo ends up being the so-called first appearance. Then I also got for $5, probably a little overpriced, but I get excited by things I had never seen before. So like this is the third print of Batman 492. I didn't know they had a third print. Knew they had a second print. Didn't know they have a third print. So I picked it up just for that reason alone, that I've never seen it before. Amazing 306. I think that was $4. It's got some water damage up top. A little more obvious when you look at the back. But it's only at the tippy top of the book, so not terrible. $4, I'll take it. Use it to fill up the number gap for now. I'll upgrade when I see it again. Amazing 323 was $2. Amazing 43 was probably $1. A lot of these are from dollar bins, but there are some other ones scared about. Amazing Spider-Man Annual 14. I actually couldn't remember if I had that, so it was $1, so I picked it up anyway. Amazing 524. Amazing 523. Amazing 521. All these obnoxious generic pose covers from that early 2000 era. I hated that so much. So I mean this is like them like leaning a little bit into like, okay, fine, we'll put something that represents what's going on in the damn book by having the Hydra image behind them. but I feel bad for the artists that did these covers at the time, like John Romita. They were probably like, how many poses can I put Spider-Man in before it just becomes like the same pose over and over again? And there are a few that were like similar poses that he had done on previous books, but previous covers. But uh, these covers sucked. I mean, plain and simple. I don't know what their thought process was. Actually, I do. I remember Joe Quesada saying something about this would help them blend more into the magazine covers. I don't know. Whatever. Same guy that thinks that Peter needs to be divorced to be, or not married to be relevant. Anyway, Amazing Spider-Man 505. Again, generic cover. There's actually a few more here. I'll just show those because I think it's awfully hilarious in an awful way. Amazing Spider-Man 508. This is probably one of the better ones, in my opinion, being a New Yorker. I thought it was cool that they put the shining towers on the background. But again, it's the Book of Ezekiel. Great cover, don't get me wrong. What the hell does this have to do with Book of Ezekiel? Nothing. It's just a cover. Why not? This would have made a much better poster. And also, Amazing 57, again. Grab an artist, tell them to draw Spider-Man swinging. Done. 56, again, generic cover. This is why these ones were always the hardest for me to not only remember if I had them or not, but commit to getting if there's more than $1. Luckily, all these were $1. The ones I'm showing off now, or less. I think there was a couple of bins that I went through that were 50 cents. So I was happy about that. That I didn't have to spend more than that on these books. Number 49, generic cover. 48, Screw You Marvel, generic cover. 47, Spider-Man vs. the Birds. 46, yep, still there. Let's see. Curious if I got any other ones from that time period. I did. It's hilarious. Seeing them all at once is hilarious and annoys me even more. 38, 502. Hey, it's Spider-Man swinging with a kid. In this issue, Spider-Man on the swing set. Yay. Maybe that kid will be a superhero one day, and this will be his first cover appearance. Amazing 53. I think that's the last one I got from that obnoxious era of Spidey books. If you got like a Spidey collection, if you want a good laugh, I recommend going through those books and looking at the covers. It's hilarious. Then we got Amazing 547. Yeah, I mean, I had my book on me this time. My wife was really awesome in helping me go through the list and see which ones I had when I found like an Amazing Spider-Man section in the dollar bins. So we were just like going through, do I have this one? Nope. Got it. Like for a good hour or so. I also picked up, I'll show those later. Continue with the Amazing Spider-Man ones for now. At 308, I think that was about $4. 311, this was probably the most expensive one I bought, which is hilarious. It was $6. Then we got Avenging number 8. Amazing Spider-Man number 12 from the recent series. This was $1. There's just one vendor that had a bunch of dollar books that were very recent books. So sometimes I almost want to not buy new books when a con is coming up, just so I can see if any of them are in the bins there for cheap. But I can't wait that long. But I had the variant of this book, so I figured for $1 I'll pick up the regular cover. Not a bad cover. 578. I got this one. I already had it, but this is a much nicer copy than the one I had. 564. 563, 560. Also Marcos Martin art. 558. That's it for the Spider-Man books. And then we got Secret Avengers #1. This was $1. It's one of those books I was gonna get on my comic shop with some credit, but I saw it there for $1, so I figured I'd pick it up. Just interested in this in case they ever, if they do anything with Steve Rogers in the newer movies where he forms his own secret Avengers, if you will. It won't be this team, although I guess it could be, other than Nova and Beast and Moon Knight. They will have a Valkyrie. They already have a War Machine, and obviously Black Widows around in the movies. And then these last 3 books that were part of a 3 for $10 deal. I got Thor #1, one of the, I think it was a 1 in 20 variant from the first series of the Jane Foster Thor, who I love, if you don't know. This one I got as well, Thor #4, part of 3 for $10. This one is actually a pain in the butt to find. If you look on eBay, I think there was, last time I looked a few weeks ago, there was 1 copy somebody was trying to sell for $13, including my comic shop. Well, okay. So there wasn't 1 copy. There was 1 copy that wasn't in my comic shop. And he was trying to sell it for $13 or whatever. My comic shop was trying to sell theirs for around the same price. And they do so also on their site. Is this one a hard one to find? It's an awesome cover. And I kicked myself for not picking it up when it originally came out. But it seems like, based on that, it's a lower printed issue and a more in demand one. It's a cool cover, so if you see it and you like Thor, I would pick it up in case it does become like a hot commodity, at least relatively speaking to the rest of the series. I don't see it like lighting up charts or anything, but it could be one of those books that if you're trying to complete the run, you might not be able to find quite as easily, and it's like I said, a nice cover. So it's glad to find that. And then the last one I got, also part of the 3 for $10 deal. I've been looking for that one for quite some time. Awesome cover. Invincible Iron Man 527 variant. Similar to the Amazing 700 one that they did with all the clippings inside of his face. This one I found out about just perusing through my comic shop's listings. But I don't think they've ever had it in that I've noticed, at least not for a good price. So I'm not sure if I looked on eBay, but I wanted to find it in the wild regardless, and I was super happy to see this hanging out there, so I picked up that. Really happy about it, and that's about it. That's kind of short, but yeah, they didn't have a lot of super hot books that I was interested in. I didn't try to find the first Carol Danvers like I did last year, because I got turned off by that one guy who wanted to sell it to me for $200, even though it was like a mid-grade. There were a bunch of guys selling Silver Age Spider-Man books for not too bad prices, and I probably would have picked them up if I wasn't trying to complete like other parts of the run right now. Once I fill up those gaps, I'll probably switch over to collecting less quantity but older books when I go to these cons, so that'd be kind of fun. It's always hilarious seeing the different prices that these vendors charge. Still, like last year, I still see people charging like $10, $12 for McFarlane Spider-Man #1. Give me a break. That book was like printed 1,000,000 copies, and there's no way it's worth $10. Find that in dollar bins if you look hard enough. Even on online sites, if you pay like $3, it's probably a lot. But I saw people charging 12 for the gold one. I think I saw someone charging 20 for a bagged silver one, which seems really crazy to me. Mine's not bagged, but I don't think I need it bagged. And the regular one was also like 10, 15. It was like, come on. I mean, are you serious? That's nuts. There's no way those are worth that much. And then of course you get vendors that are trying to sell things at above eBay prices, and it gets a little aggravating. So when I see that, I just kind of put the books down and walk away. I love the dollar bins, love them, love them. It's really awesome finding good stuff in those. I did see a first appearance of Damian Wayne for $5, which I should have gotten, and then I forgot where it was and couldn't get it. That I passed it up because I'm like, I'm not a Batman fan. Why do I need this? But then the speculator in me was like, come on, you know you want that. It was like a devil and angel on my shoulder. The devil being the speculator trying to get me to buy that, even though I didn't really care about the character that much. It's a cool character, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely not one that I actively pursue in like sequential format. Yeah, that's about it. Didn't get any art signatures. Wanted to get Art Adams to sign and draw something, but like I said, we were kind of tired. Maybe another time. That's it. Thanks for watching, guys. And yeah, keep checking out the dollar bins. Keep putting up videos. I try to watch them whenever I can. Thanks for watching this one, and I'll talk to you later.